to be anchoring this beautiful event. It's my absolute honor to be anchoring this beautiful event. Welcome to the B1 Strategic Leadership Forum. And without wasting much of your time, I would like to call upon the Associate Director of Tech for Good Africa for the introduction and opening remark. Thank you so much. Over to you, Associate Director, Tech for Good Africa.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, and good morning. So, on behalf of Tech for Good Africa, I want to welcome us all to the Strategic Leadership Forum, SLF. So, what is SLF? So, SLF serves as a platform to engage, inspire, and equip leaders with insight, tools, and connections to drive impactful change in the tech space across Africa. And one of our main goals is to address key opportunities and challenges around tech innovations, social impact, and economic strategies or developments. So in four sentences, I'll just tell us the purpose of SLF. And the first one is to inspire actions, to empower leaders, to develop and to foster collaborations, and to use tech to just reshape Africa and the way we see it. And who are our target audience, right? So yes, SLF appeals to a broad range of people. So we're not limited to these people I'm calling. Anyone can be in SLF, but our primary target audience are those in the tech industries. We have like the tech officials, entrepreneurs, government officials, policymakers, investors, funders, youth leaders, change makers, international partners, and we have NGOs, of course. So today, which is SLF 2025, you'll be hearing from great minds, like brilliant minds across Africa. And you'll be hearing from people that have designed systems, created platforms, people that are empowering their communities, people that are in the front line of technologies in their different industries, and people that want to reshape technology in Africa, and they are writing their stories. And we are reading it clearly. So this is not just limited, this forum is not just limited to the speakers alone. Everyone here, right? This forum is for you. So whether you are a designer, whether you are a developer, whether you're a cobbler, whether you're a fashion designer, whether you're a policymaker, whether you're a student, or just anyone with a brilliant idea that you believe can shape Africa, then this meeting is for you. Right. So today we want you to engage, we want you to ask questions, we want you to connect, and we want you to, open your mind. But most importantly, we want you to commit to building Africa using tech. So once again, thank you everyone for joining and welcome to SLF 2025. Please, if you don't mind, we would like you to share your LinkedIn so that we on the chat box so that we can connect with you all. Thank you very much, and thank you, Sheila.
Thank you so much, Associate Director, Tech for Good Africa. What a wonderful remark. What stood out for me during your welcoming address was the fact that you stated clearly that you believe we can all shape Africa together. So it's not left for a single person to shape Africa. It is our collective responsibility to collaborate with each other, join hands together. I believe everyone has something unique to offer in shaping Africa. All right, I would like the audience to kindly help us and write like, hello, good morning, so that we will know that we are all together before moving into an interesting panel session. Before I will hand over the mic to the panel moderator, please, so that all of us will be actively engaged, I will want to ensure that all of us are paying attention to what is going on, because the panel session is really going to be an interesting one. Can you please just greet? Can you just say hello or greet so that we'll move on? Thank you so much, Ojo. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Wow, wow, that's excellent. Good to have you all on board this morning. That's to that's to ensure that all of us are actively hearing this conversation. So it's time that we move forward to the panel session, and I'll be handing over and calling on the panel moderator, who is Teresa Ode, for the panel session. So Teresa, over to you, and you're welcome. Thank you. Hello. Is Teresa Ode here? Is she online? Hello? If you can hear me, please over to you for the panel session.
Okay. Um, please let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if anyone can hear me.
We can hear you.
Oh,
Yes,
awesome.
we can.
Okay, awesome. Good morning, everyone, or depending on where you are, good afternoon. So once again, welcome to the Strategic Leadership Forum, and we're going to be having a quick panel section now, and I'm just going to be inviting everyone. I'm just going to be inviting everyone who is going to be on the panel section. And our first panelist is Mr. Victor Onimisi. I don't know if he's on the now. Mr.
Hi,
Victor.
good morning, everyone.
Okay, good morning. Thank you. And
So
then
I'm logged in. Okay, I was going to say I'm logged in as Miriam Abandonma. My system is off, so I had to get a correct system.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. Okay, and then Amici Prince. Is Amici Prince on the call? Okay, then Bosco Kavisu.
Yes, good morning or maybe afternoon. Come on.
What did you say?
I'm on.
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. Then Akintola Precious.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Okay, awesome. Good morning once again, and thank you all for joining. I'm looking forward to us having an amazing time on the panel section this morning. So I would want the panelists to just do a quick introduction. I'll start with Precious, then Bosco, then Victor. So just tell us a bit about yourself and the work you do. Yeah, so let's just start with that. Precious, please, you have the floor.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Precious Akintola, and I'm a brand strategist and business analyst, and also a student. Nice to be here, everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Precious. Bosco, please, to you.
Yes, good morning, everyone, and maybe afternoon, because here is already afternoon. So I'm Bosco Kavisu. I'm from Kenya. Kenya is just in the Eastern Africa. And I'm a change maker of the community. I support education as much as I did computer science, but I support education in the community. Thank you.
Sorry, thank you so much, Bosco. So, Victor, please, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Victor Onimisi Raji. I'm the founder of Arewa Tech Hub. So what I do in my community is to help bridge the technological gap in northern Nigeria. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. And I really love that, every single person is doing something that really just speaks to the topic, of this conference, which is around utilizing technology for social change. And I'm just going to start with that concept of utilizing technology for social change. One of the things I would usually say is the fact that technology is an enabler, right? And it's not, increasingly people feel like, oh, maybe I'm into tech or something. That is great, right? But I also think that technology is an enabler for every single thing anybody's doing. So I would want us to just kick off the conversation from that angle. For each of our panelists, my question is simple. What has it been like, utilizing technology to create change across whatever sector you are in. So I think we'll start with Victor. What has it been like for you? Trying to see how because you said something about using technology to bridge gaps in knowledge. So yeah, just tell us what that has looked like for you, and how you think that is, helping with creating change in your community. So please, Victor.
Yeah, thank you. So for us at Ariwa Tech Hub, we believe that technology is a tool that can help, bridge inequality as much as we try to.
You're muted.
Okay, sorry.
Hi,
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
yes, please go ahead. I can hear you.
Right. So, over time in Nigeria, it's very evident to see how the clusters of technology hubs are situated in the West. In northern Nigeria, you don't have the same activities you have as you have in the West, and all of the unicorns we've heard about, all of the startups, everything happening in tech is focused in the West. So we came up with this idea of getting the same people in the West to come to the North, and I think it was what's his name, Aina, who came to Abuja and started the Venture Hub. So Venture Hub was the platform that gave birth to tech activities in northern Nigeria. So we copied from them and we started going to other core northern parts using technology to create solutions because most of the people in the north don't really speak English. So we built a solution where we can translate whatever it is we want to teach them to their language, Hausa, Kanuri, and the rest of that. So that's what we've been up to, anyways, trying to tell people how these things work and getting them on board. I don't know if that answered your question. I was a bit distracted when you were asking the question, so I didn't quite get it. I came in the last bit where you said I should talk about what we're doing.
Okay, no problem. But thank you. I think that's really brilliant. And I love that you said, what you have done is utilize technology to solve a problem that you notice. So, using the example of learning in English, for example, would have been difficult for them, but you were able to use technology to translate, information to their local language. And I think that's really brilliant. Thank you. So I don't know if Bosco can go next. So what has, utilizing technology to create change in your community looks like for you?
Yes. In my community here in Kenya, you find most of the people, maybe they can access a smartphone, and maybe they don't have the device like computers, the laptops, and all that. But now it comes to a situation where the children, they know someone is just getting out of the high school and knows nothing on these things on the technology part. Maybe he knows the theory part, but knows very low, very low. So my advice just changing this kid by the end of maybe from four, yeah, we call it for four. The high school session is done or the primary. This child has the skills at hand. See, maybe he has the coding skills, he has the graphic designing and all that. These are real skills to change maybe the technology part. So I hope a community where these skills are reliable to everyone and each one has it. So I've been able to change this and through reaching to the schools which are more in the interior parts, the underserved parts of the country. This means they don't have maybe the knowledge, they don't have the educators. So that's I've tried to reach them. Those are marginalized people. So those are the people I'm changing for them to have the skills. I'm not neglecting those in urban and all that, but I'm trying to bring the equity of it. Yeah, thank you. I hope you answered.
Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you for because I was going to also ask around how do we, especially with education and leveraging technology in education. I was going to ask how do we, expand access because it looks like some parts of, even within the country, for example, some parts are getting that, while some other parts are not quite getting it. So I was going to ask that, but I'm just going to go to Precious, next. So Precious, the same question, how has, utilizing technology to create change, how has that been like for you in line of work as a brand strategist? Thank you.
Thank you so much. For me, I think one thing that I noticed in my community is the fact that here in Nigeria, especially, people don't understand what it means like showing their work, especially like a local trader would not will not see the need of technology to push the world. And I think COVID-19 brought in that aspect where people saw the need of, yeah, we could use technology and hence created my company called Precious Touch to help people, understand how to use technology, the little aspect of technology, for their businesses and also bring it out to the world and also shape the mindset of people that you don't have actually, despite starting small, you don't have to remain small. Your business, your little work could get outside, even at the comfort of your home, thereby using little resources that you could place your hand on. And you don't have to know all about coding and the rest, but you could, reach out to many people via the little resources and technological uh, equipment that you could lay your hands on. Yeah. Thank
Thank you so much, Precious. And I really love that you talked about, first of all, how COVID-19 helped us realize that we could do a lot more with technology than what we're currently doing. And I also loved how you talked about, how technology can increase reach, because I mean, that's something we can all agree on that. If, for example, you have maybe a physical office somewhere in, maybe somewhere in the city of Lagos, for example, Nigeria, and, you're doing what you're doing, which is great. Just having, for example, an Instagram handle can ensure that, even when it comes to getting your product exported, it becomes easier because first of all, somebody who has never even been to Nigeria can find you because you have an online presence. So I think that's really interesting. So what I'm going to, ask you my next question, which is around what have you noticed, in the line of your work are key barriers to, adopting technology, yeah, for, from the businesses you've worked with, and or what are some of those barriers that you've observed?
Thank you. Okay, I think one thing that I've noticed is at the fact that people don't understand that technology is really important. I'm going to start from the local traders, then move into the higher sector. When you go to the market, and I think there was a time I went, and then some people said they don't know some certain things. Some people don't have Facebook accounts, some people don't have Instagram, and they just feel like, what's the need? I'm here and I'm making my money. So people don't understand that it's necessary for you to, as the world is evolving, you grow with it. So one challenges that I've encountered being a brand strategist is the aspect of people not understanding that this social media aspect is really important and it can help you rather than just you being fixed in a particular area. Another thing is the aspect of branding. Quite a number of people don't understand that your logo and even the name of your company helps you. For example, I was telling someone how that when people want to create maybe business name, and the first thing that comes to their head is let's create um, for example, it shall supply all my needs limited, and something like that, So it's really difficult. And when you ask them, and they're like, I received that inspiration, and you want to, explain, you want to help them explain that it's nice, but then it's not nice for your business. And then you're asking them now, what are you doing? Most of them are actually fashion designers. You'll be hearing different names. So people don't understand how that you need skills, you need little skills to help your business not just stand out, but also meet great investors. So one challenges I've come to understand is people the aspect that people really don't value this aspect. And so there is a need for us to teach them, educate them, and then, yeah, before providing the solutions that they need.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, I agree with you on that, that there's still, that knowledge gap where some people still think that it's a luxury to really utilize technology in the course of their work. So thank you for sharing that. So I'm going to go to Victor, and I'm going to be asking Victor around um Victor, please confirm, do you live in Nigeria? I want to use an example that is Nigerian centered, so I want to be sure.
Yes, I am.
Okay, awesome. So that I don't, feel like I'm putting you on the spot. So using Nigeria as an example now, I don't know where you live. Maybe where you live, you have 24-hour power supply. You can let us know so that those of us who live in Nigeria, parts of Nigeria where there's no 24-hour power supply, we can move. But what would you say has been from the aspect of infrastructure, what would you say are the challenges with adopting technology? So, yeah, I want you to talk about that. And then I would want you to layer that with what are some of the steps you think we can take? Um, you know, I don't want us to maybe say, oh, the government needs to do this or that. I want us to look at it from even maybe private sector, for example. What are some of the things we can start doing to even help bridge this gap, because I'm sure the gaps are there, and or if you think the gaps are not there, you can also let us know. So let me know if you get my question.
Yeah, clearly I do.
Please go ahead.
So all right, on infrastructure, I think is a major challenge that we can use technology to save. But let me just talk a bit on infrastructure. The reason why most people are not even adopting technology is not because they don't want to, but we already know the problem with power supply in Nigeria. It's difficult for someone who wants to do, for instance, digital marketing, who needs to be online 24/7. The person is struggling to charge his or her laptop. These are some of the challenges they have. And if you go around Nigeria, in Abuja, there's a place called UTC. I mean, when you go there, it's almost like your head is going to burst because everybody's, sufficient enough to get a generator and buy fuel. So the noise, pollution, and everything, I believe is the same across Nigeria. So this is one major challenge that we can use technology to save. And how do I mean? How do we use technology to, offer a solution that can go at scale? So there's a company called um, I think Solar Air or Air Solar. It's in Lagos, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Air Solar. It's spelled AIR, Air Solar. Bill Gates even visited them, I think last year or upper year. So what they're doing is they are providing renewable energy. So you can rent, instead of going with generator, for instance, you can rent a solar panel from them, put in a particular environment where people can all connect to you. It has not gone mainstream yet, but I think that's a solution that can help with this current problem. If I have a workspace, what I can do is meet the people around. Instead of everybody buying generator, buying fuel and everything, we can come together to see, because of the pollution, the carbon and all of that, let's get this solar energy. You understand? Rent for rent, not even buy. So they're not even saying you must pay heavy to get this. You can rent from them, install, pay instrumentally, or get people together, raise the money, and start renting. And you can even use that as a business model. Go to all these local areas where they don't have electricity, and I think that's what the rural electrification company they're trying to do now. They build clusters of solar panels where local governments can have access to electricity without the overhead cost. So I think for scale, we can adapt this model where people, come together, bring up resources and rent if they cannot buy. Because yes, it's expensive, but you can rent. And since the company is willing to do a lease model, I think this would work. I don't know if that answers your question.
Awesome. It does. Thank you. Because the moment you started to speak about solar, I was like, an average person would be like, solar is expensive, right? Which is understandable. So I like how you started to speak to, people coming together to sort of put resources together, and I think it's really brilliant. In fact, I'm already thinking, okay, maybe I should go and gather the people people around me and say, okay, well, let's go and install one, or even rent, a solar power that can help us. Thank you so much. So I will be asking my last question to Bosco, and it's around. I know you deal in the educational space, which I think makes you the best fit for this question I want to ask, which is around how then do we balance, the use of technology and ethics? Because that's a question people have been asking. I don't know if you've seen some of the conversations about AI that has been going on. If you saw that, and it wasn't even a meme, it was a conversation around, oh, should we say thank you after AI answers your question and things like that. So how do we really balance the use of technology and and ethics? Please, you have to answer in 2 minutes because we need to wrap up. So Bosco, over to you.
Pardon, education and?
What did you say?
You're saying education and?
I didn't hear you.
Okay, you're saying education and the other part and what?
Oh, I was asking, sorry, I was asking that how do we balance the adoption and inclusion of technology with ethics, right? Knowing fully well that some of the concerns people have with tech is around the fact that is it ethical, certain aspect of it. So that's what I'm asking. Let me know if you get me now.
Okay, I think I'm getting you. You're asking the education that exists, right?
Ethics, like ethical practices,
Oh,
data
ethics.
protection and things like
Okay,
that. Yeah.
okay, I get it. Okay, I think ethic is just personal understanding, and maybe the policies. So that's why we have to come up with the policies which they cater all from the junior one to the top one. When you're talking on the AI part, this AI maybe it's somehow reasoning some, it's about making others maybe misuse it, and maybe others they make their brains like dormant, because everything you're just going to the AI, everything you're going to the AI, then you find yourself at some point maybe you're not uh, you're not getting the thinking of it, like how your brain should work is not working the way. So you should make use of the AI in the right way in this education part. Let's first be there to think, then you engage your mind, then you feature the AI into education. So when we have these policies cutting edge from the junior one to the top, then it will be easier. Thank you. I hope you answered.
Thank you so much, Bosco. And yeah, absolutely. Policy is a really powerful way to go because it can really set the tone for how all of these things are used. Unfortunately, we have to come to the end of this panel section now. It would have been really amazing to go ahead and still have further conversations, but we're out of time for the one. Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you, Bosco, and thank you, Victor. We've I'm sure that everyone has picked something, from each of our panelists this morning. And tomorrow is going to be a much more extensive section. Tomorrow is day 2. There will be several sections. There will be workshops. There will be keynote sections, and there will be lots of opportunities to learn a lot of things. So to encourage everyone to please, mark your calendar tomorrow, set your alarms. Please can you mute Silvanus? Thank you. So set your alarms, mark your calendar. You want to be in tomorrow. Tomorrow is longer, there will be several aspects, we'll be diving into the digital part, the media part, core tech, education and all of that. So whichever, of this space you play in, tomorrow is the day you don't want to miss. So do everything you can to be present tomorrow and come with your questions also. I'm sure that all our speakers, and facilitators are ready to do a deep dive into the topic. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to hand over back to our moderator for today's section. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Teresa. The president will just give a closing remark from here. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Olu, you know, I want to use, please. Thank you. It looks like people are joining at the end of the session, which is interesting. So try and come early tomorrow because we don't play here. We start instantly. Guys, I was going to take you through a very short charge, but it looks like we're running out of time. We were really trying to get the Zoom paid for today, and we had some complications, and that's why we're running out of time. Actually, we literally have like 2 minutes to end this session, literally less than 2 minutes now. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I think the charge that I have, I will give that tomorrow while I'm also doing my speech. And just charge everyone. I think I heard from Precious about what she's doing with the market women, trying to get them to understand branding and social media. I'm really excited about that. Some of the things I'll talk about tomorrow will be some of those things to motivate you to become leaders that start to do those things. The motivation I was trying to motivate each and every one of you guys is what does it look like for you as a leader to help 1 billion people in Africa? What would it be to help 1 billion people? That was a charge I was going to give. I wanted to just shape our minds and start thinking of there's so many people that need help in Africa. Some of us have the privilege of being able to use this technology. Some of us are even using Zoom, and our parents don't know how to use Zoom. So it's interesting that we have a lot to do in this space. So I will give that charge tomorrow, but I want to just use this opportunity to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you for joining this Strategic Leadership Forum. I see we have 22 people signed up in here, 21 minus me. But I want to say thank you guys for joining the session today. Tomorrow is going to be powerful. And we're going to end tomorrow with a blast as each and every one of us go out there and become leaders. And we want to encourage you to also, and it was going to be part of my charge, everybody joining the academy and becoming leaders that do this tech in a very unique way. And you'll hear more about that tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll just end here. Over to the moderators to close off. But thank you, everyone, and see you all tomorrow.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. It's been an amazing day and an amazing event. And I hope that each and every one of us will take note of whatever that has been said so that we'll continue to practice it in our various